You're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize that your parents did the best they could. Everybody did the best they could. I would love to tell you that my dad was a rectitudinous, well-adjusted, had his shit together dude. And you know, he probably wanted to be and possibly could have been if he hadn't been so mentally ill and addicted to drugs. Now, being mentally ill, he didn't want to take, and being American, because you know Americans, we don't want to be told what to do. He didn't want to take a pill because he thought pills were bullshit. So instead of taking a pill from a doctor, he took some powder from a dope dealer. Instead of taking a mood stabilizer from a psychiatrist, he smoked weed. Instead of taking something for an antidepressant from a doctor, he drank. And instead of learning coping skills and coping mechanisms, he chewed tobacco. Now, there's no sense judging him. There's no sense getting mad. I mean, I'm past the point of getting mad. Shit, I haven't seen anybody in 15 years. It's over. I'll never go back. They're not coming to see me. I'm not going to see them. They did the best they could. And, you know, my mother was so crazy. My mother was so crazy you couldn't even talk to her. You couldn't even have a conversation because she was not on the same planet that I was on. But she did the best she could. And if it hadn't been for my stepmom, I never would have had nothing. If it hadn't been for my stepmom, I never would have gone to private school. And I needed to go to private school because I was about to get killed in the public school. If it hadn't been for the stepmom, I never would have gone to the dentist. I never would have had a decent meal. I never would have had a Christmas present. I never would have had a birthday party. You understand? So she did the best she could. The only problem with her was she was addicted to drugs, and she got tired of being a step parent. She didn't want someone else's kid. She wanted her own kid, and that was honesty. You know, she showed me what it's really all about to fuck with someone else's kids that they had with other men. Or other women or whatever. So anyway, you know, I'm seeing this chick or whatever, and she's like, well, what about my kids? And you're gonna meet my kids one day. And my attitude about kids is like, look, I'm nice to everybody, okay? I try to be a decent person to everybody. I'm nice, but I'm nice with boundaries. I'm nice, but I'm not your daddy. You've got a daddy. I'm not it. You need some help? I'll try to help you. You need someone to listen? I'll listen. You want to talk? I'll talk. You need a favor? If I can help you, I'll help you, but with boundaries. So, you know, I see myself as very reasonable about all this shit. But as far as your folks are concerned, you got to know that they really, truly did the best they could. They weren't perfect. They had a lot of issues. They were fucked up. They were victims of unbelievable traumas and violence. And, you know, some people choose to get help. A lot of motherfuckers choose not to get help. And that's what I call the crossroads. When you come to the crossroads, you got to make a decision. Am I going to go this way? Or am I going to go that way? Am I going to keep doing what I'm doing and dig my heels in and say fuck it? Or am I going to surrender and ask somebody for some help? Me, I guess I'm not a pain junkie. I don't like suffering. Some people do. That's what Billy Joel's Stiletto is all about. That's the song about the masochist. Remember what he says in the chorus? You don't really mind the pain. Well, I do. So, you know, I chose to get help. I went to the mental health clinic today. And my dad used to say, there is no magic pill. Well, yes, there is. All my pills are magic. It's magic what they do. So don't be afraid to think for yourself. And remember that your folks, they weren't perfect, man. They did the best they could. Happy adulting.